All righty, all right. It's SummerSlam time.
Yeah.
Lou, we got a lot of people submitting predictions in, so you might want to get on the phone.
Why?
You got to call John Stamos because it's going to be a full house.
Welcome to TFS by Always on the View Show podcast. This is 24/7 Lou, and that's
Ric-Hard with all the 90s references you can handle.
And that's
the one-man band. And no, we're not stationed in San Francisco like Full House.
Welcome to TFS Pod, and then, folks, I'm going to tell you something. From the highest mountain to the lowest valley and everywhere in between, we are the beasts of the East, the best in the West. You are listening to TFS Pod, your girlfriend's favorite show, and, of course, that person you know from the first floor from work. In this episode, we will be talking about SummerSlam, which will be held in Nashville on the 30th of July. And it's going to be interesting because everything building up to it, someone out of the company, people not having matches anymore. What's going to happen? What is going to happen? So,
actually, Lou, if I could, I just want to say something because I forgot to mention I was going to do this, but I don't want to say because recently we did have that big retirement happen. This is going to be the first pay-per-view that we do post a Vince McMahon era.
Yeah. And
I got to say, Vince was a mixed bag for sure, but I cannot say he wasn't entertaining whenever.
Oh yeah.
Always
no question.
entertaining.
Yeah, no question.
Great memories. You know, some of them weren't necessary. I didn't need the image of his head going up Big Show's ass in that Hell in a Cell match against DX, but we got that. The Kiss My Ass Club stuff was kind of weird at some points. But there was some good stuff. There's just something about him dancing with the Funkadactyls that it's just still hilarious to this day. It's gonna be odd. I'm looking forward to the Stephanie McMahon era. As crazy as it is to say, I hope someday Shane McMahon comes back because that would be a great storyline. But all in all, thanks for the memory, Vince, and enjoy retirement.
Yeah. Sorry, I had some noise in the background going on, but I do apologize for that. But yes, it'll be a different one. You know what? Let's talk about that before we get into other stuff. Yeah. How do you guys feel about that?
Let's also talk about the fact that I was right because we were all saying, "Oh yeah, WWE might sell to Disney." Vince would never sell to Disney, and I hope Steph does the same thing and doesn't sell.
Ooh, well, we'll still have that prediction show, the recap to do at the end of the year. So let's see what happens there.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a post Vince. Is it how many days AV after Vince? I saw a sign. I saw a poster at one of the shows. Yeah. It was on AEW actually. It said like one day after Vince. It was on the Tuesday, I guess. Or on Friday. No, it was on a Friday. It was on a Friday after Rampage or something like that. Like one day.
That's great.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, let's see how this goes with the. It's not a different creative team that we've never heard of. But we know who's there now and running it. So let's see what changes occur. And I'm gonna say for one thing, for a prediction style, something that you have to predict it, thinking, okay, who's putting this show together? Of course they want to piss us off. They want to piss off the fans. So I have to change my style now for my prediction style on WWE shows. But yeah, now let's get back to the other stuff. One man band, give us that line that everybody loves.
Ric-Hard, get the scoreboard.
Alrighty, let's do a recap of the scoreboard real quick on this one. I am in the lead, 11 points, followed by Lou. You're at second place at 9 points, and closely behind you, we've got the Woman Band at 8 points.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
And then following him, is Jfew at 7 points. Who trailing him? It's Main Event Jeff at 5 points. Do not sleep on him, folks. He is rising up quick. And then behind him is Big Al at 4 points. And then you've got the randomizer at 2 points. And everyone else is at 0.
Including Bogy.
There it is.
I had to throw the suspense.
Hey, that could be, funny enough, that could be the last time you say that for the year.
Who knows? Yeah, that would be weird.
It could be. A lot of things could change after this weekend because Summerslam, for those who forgot, is a Big 4 pay-per-view, which means it is worth
2 points. Yep, 2 points. And it could be worth 3.
Which, by the way, it could be worth 3 if you get a perfect score.
Yep, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, that's what you need, Lou, because that's the only way you're going to get back in the lead.
I know. So, now that you mentioned that, who are the participants in this battle?
Well, as I mentioned before, it's a large group because we got everybody coming out of the woodworks for this.
Oh, it's going to be the order.
I guess now that Vince is gone, they finally figured I can participate now. But we've got, it'll be, and I'll give you the order for this, Lou, because we've got myself going first. Lou, you go second. The one-man band goes third. Then you've got Jeff, who's got the more recent win. He goes next. Then you've got Big Al, Jfew, the randomizer, and solely because of the score, and because he submitted picks, Bogy. So we've got 8 competitors.
All right, 8 competitors.
For those of you writing it down at home,
we know you are, Jfew. All right, so there we are. That's the order of the competition. And also, too, which way are we reading this up? Because we have it a different way. Which way are we going to go with the first one here on this one?
So...
I was going to go with Pat McAfee. Because we can't go with that other one, Roman Reigns, is the top one.
I say we go from the bottom up on the list. It's 8 matches. Ironically, 8 competitors. Going to be very surprising if everybody has original picks, but we'll see.
Yeah, here we go. All right, we'll go from the bottom up. All right.
Bottom up.
All right, here we go. Let me just mark here one thing. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. What do you guys think about the setup to all the SummerSlam so far? Before we get into the predictions.
The go home Raw was. I had mixed feelings about it.
It doesn't seem as exciting as last year's.
I'm trying to remember last year's to be able to say my thoughts on it.
Well,
I feel like this year's has the better main event because Cena versus Reigns 2 felt it felt way more predictable than this match, I'd say. But I think this year's SummerSlam doesn't have the hype going for it, but I think it will deliver with the card it has so far. I'm feeling good about it.
All right,
we'll see.
All right. So let's start the battle here. Let's start the predictions here. All right, you go first on this one. It's going to be the Mysterios. Ric-Hard, by the way. You go first. So the Mysterios, Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day. Damian Priest and Finn Balor with Rhea Ripley in their corner. No disqualification, tag team match. Ric-Hard, who do you have?
Okay, so this is kind of what I don't understand with this is basically a rematch from Raw. Because they did have a match, they did have a tag match on Raw. It was just with a regular tag match. This was no DQ. I think what they're trying to make me think here is with Rhea Ripley at ringside that it's 3-on-2. But I think this is just an excuse to get Aaliyah back on TV. So I'm gonna go with, because it was recently his 20-year anniversary. You know what? No, screw it. I'm gonna say the Judgment Day. Dominic finally turns on Ray. Come on. Something. I was leaning Mysterios, and then I said, nah. You know what? Judgment Day. Judgment Day. Starting out of the gate, hot. Judgment Day with the win. Put it in the books.
Alrighty, Judgment Day. All right, the one-man band. You're next. Who do you have?
I kind of had the same logic, and I was thinking about this, and I was like, yeah, Rey Mysterio, they're celebrating his 20 years, but when have they ever treated Rey Mysterio good, honestly? I mean, think about it. He's had the shortest title reigns ever. They called him the greatest underdog the greatest underdog champion in WWE history, which basically means their biggest loser. I hate to say this because I love Rey Mysterio, but yeah, have they ever treated him good? So, just by that accord alone, there's going to be something screwy that's going to happen, in my opinion, that's going to cause them to lose. Judgment Day's going to win, and possibly a Dominic Mysterio, or who knows, even an Aaliyah, maybe an Aaliyah turn.
Somebody gets
and maybe she becomes part of maybe she becomes part of Judgment.
Wow.
Who knows?
That's way bolder than I was thinking.
Yeah,
by the way, because you mentioned it, and I did reference it too. 20 years ago, Rey Mysterio debuted, and also 20 years ago at SummerSlam, Rey Mysterio lost to Kurt Angle.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so
let's harken back to nostalgia here and have him lose again.
Yeah.
All right, my turn to pick on this one. All right, for this one, yeah, they're not giving anything to Rey Mysterio. I don't feel anything there yet. I'm hoping for that turn. I don't know if it'll happen now, where Dominic will turn on him, but I'm gonna go with Judgment Day for this one, because you've built that up for what? You had Edge out of it. Now you have Damian Priest and Finn Balor running it. But where are we going with this? Are we just going to kill it off just like that? No, I think that continues on. So my pick is Judgment Day. Now, what does main event Jeff, Big Al, Jfew, Randomizer, and Bogy? What do they have?
Wow. 8 picks, 8 matches. And Lou? We've got a consensus!
What?
Right off the gate. I'm surprised. Everybody went Judgment Day. Everybody went Judgment Day. I'm surprised by that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm hoping that's the only consensus of the night.
For 2 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
that's going to be interesting.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, happy anniversary, Rey Mysterio. Nobody thinks you could win.
Here you go again.
Next matchup, we have Logan Paul versus The Miz in a singles match. The one man, you go first. Who do you have?
We all know that this one stems back to WrestleMania. Miz and Logan Paul with their match. Miz looks at Logan Paul, decides to give him a skull-crushing finale. And Logan Paul took it personal afterwards and basically signed a contract to come work for WWE. And now we've got this match, Logan Paul versus The Miz. With that, we all know that The Miz has been very, very giving as far as, celebrities and working with people or working with talent to go over. He helped Bad Bunny go over. He worked with Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon went over. I'm correct, right? He went over Shane McMahon went over him, right? Like.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm remembering it correctly. Because I remember, it was off some scaffolding or some big, and Shane McMahon rolled over him, and
superplex off the scaffolding. Shane
That's what it
just
was.
happened to land with his arm over Miz.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so with that being said, I think the Miz is going to win because I think. I think it just makes more sense for the Miz to he's given enough. I think he needs to have a couple wins under his belt. So yeah, Miz takes Logan Paul to skull crushing Finale City. Probably takes the Blue Eyes White Dragon from him from his neck, and if he wears it, and pawns it or something, We'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right.
No, I think you have him confused with Repo, man.
Well, yeah. He channels his inner gimmick.
All right, then there we go. The Miz. That's what you have. All right, my turn to pick on this one, and I like with everything that you were saying there, but I think you had one thing wrong there. He helps put everyone over, so I think this time he still keeps on putting someone over. It's SummerSlam. It's a big show. I think that Logan Paul will take the victory on this one. Logan Paul, that's my prediction.
All right.
He's tied up with Mayweather. What, and to lose to the Miz? Come on. All right, the Ric-Hard, who do you have?
Oh, can't believe I have to play tiebreaker between you two. Look, you guys all know Miz is my boy. He hasn't had the best year so far. He's been putting a lot of people over, a returning edge. He didn't get a win in that rivalry at all. His big break actually came at WrestleMania, tag teaming with Logan Paul against the Mysterios, no doubt. So again, happy anniversary, Mysterio. You just keep losing big shows. But as a big Miz fan, I have one memory in mind as to why I don't think Miz is going to win. And maybe you guys know about it, maybe you guys don't. It was the night of, because we all know who's in charge of creative now. It was the night he cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase the first time, and he won it off of Randy Orton. He walks into Gorilla, and people are congratulating him, and he has his hand extended out to shake hands with Triple H, and Triple H does not reciprocate. Ooh. And Miz has his hand extended for a bit, and he plays it off as cool as possible that he doesn't get a handshake back. And that has always stuck with me. I don't know why. Triple H talked about it a couple of years later. He said there's no heat between us. I think Miz also said there's no heat between them. But that always stuck to me. I don't think he sees him as a championship material. I don't think he sees him as a big star for whatever reason. And I think Triple H is the kind of guy that doesn't think celebrity should always get the win over wrestlers.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to have Miz beat Logan Paul. Even though I heard the boos on Monday night, Miz getting the win over Logan Paul would probably get cheers for whatever reason. But I got to give the edge to Logan Paul here just because this is probably the direction they're going to go with. He just got signed to his debut match, even though it's not really. He had a tag match at Mania. Mm-hmm. Miz got the upper hand at Mania with the skull crushing finale after the match, so might as well give Logan Paul his shine back. Logan Paul gets the win. That's my pick.
Ooh,
okay. All right, Logan Paul.
I'm alone in this one. Huh.
Oh, don't, not yet.
Oh, I know, but
let's see what does Jeff.
Here we go. Main event. Jeff says Logan Paul.
Mm.
Big Al says Logan Paul.
Mm.
Hold on.
Jfew.
Hold on. Let me get ready here.
There can't be a consensus. One man band said Miz.
Oh yeah. What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what am I doing?
Have you forgotten what the word consensus means?
Damn it.
Oh man. All right, Jfew says Logan Paul. And the randomizer Says the Miz, you're not alone. It is 2-6. It is 2-6. Those are steep odds.
Bogy?
For a one-man band, you are not alone. Oh, right. Darn. Bogy also says Logan Paul.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So, yeah, 6-2. 6-2.
6-2.
Interesting split. Hey, but that just means more points if you're right. You get a lead if you're right.
We'll see.
Oh, yeah, that'll give you a lead right there.
It would. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, though.
Time will tell.
All right, so, okay, let's go to the next matchup. It's going to be Bianca Belair, the champ, versus Becky Lynch in a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. I go first in this one, and I think this match will be even quicker than the one we had last year. No, I don't think so. I'm joking. I think that Becky Lynch will hit so hard to Bianca Belair. It's going to knock her out. It's going to be 1, 2, oh, near fall. And at the end of the night, it's going to be Bianca Belair retaining the Raw Women's Championship. That's my call. That's my prediction. Ric-Hard, you're next. Who do you have?
Well, for those of you who don't know, Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch is a rematch from last year's SummerSlam. And for those of you who are unaware, it actually wasn't the planned match for SummerSlam that year, because what ended up happening was Carmella versus Bianca Belair was made for the match. But that was also a substitute for another match that was supposed to happen. Originally, Bianca Belair was supposed to face Sasha Banks, who, as we all know, is kind of in a creative difference with WWE right now. But there is new management. So what if history, just as a curiosity, let me paint this picture. Becky Lynch is going to come out, but for some reason she gets knocked out backstage before the show. Her comeback, as she calls it, has been delayed. Mysteriously attacked by somebody. Bianca comes out and says, nah, not going to happen. If Becky Lynch can't come out here, I'm going to have a championship match. And sure enough, Sasha Banks comes out instead.
Ooh.
And wins in like 25 seconds.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding, guys. That's not going to happen. That would be creative. It would be an interesting surprise.
Yeah, it would be very.
That would be nuts to pull off, but I'm going to go with the safe pick here and say they're going to give Bianca her win back. Even though technically she did get it back at WrestleMania already. I think they're just going to solidify it. Bianca Belair gets the win over Becky. That's my pick. Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair. All right. The woman band, you're next. Who do you have?
All right, so there's no way they can repeat last year's craziness. You know, they just can't do it. Bianca Belair arguably is having a stronger title run this year than last year. So with that, I'm going to say Bianca. Bianca takes the win and just solidifies herself.
All right, Bianca Belair. All righty. And what does everyone else have? Ric-Hard.
Okay. All right. Are you ready? Yeah, it's pots and pants time because we got a consensus! Everybody goes Bianca Belair. Sorry, Becky. You're not hitting the big time.
Second one.
By the way, I want to say thank you to WWE for making this rematch, because go to my SummerSlam watch party as someone who went to the watch party last year, and the last match they saw for the night before they had to go home because they had to do something the next morning. The last match they saw that night was Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, and they were severely disappointed by the length of the match. So it's gonna be fun when they come back a full year later and they go, oh, this match is gonna happen. Is it gonna last for longer than 27 seconds? So that'll be a fun thing. So yeah, everybody picked Bianca Belair.
Alrighty.
2 consensuses already. That's crazy.
Wow. All right, let's go to our next matchup. It's going to be Liv Morgan, the champ, versus Ronda Rousey in a singles match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Ric-Hard, you're first. Who do you have?
I gotta say that, like, I never thought I'd be saying this because it's Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey in a singles match, and I legit remember this when it was Ronda Rousey going up against the Riot Squad in one-on-one matches back to back.
Oh yeah,
and she just made short work of them. So that's still ingrained in my mind. But I'm gonna have to go bold. Even though I am unsure how it's going to happen, there's a part of me that wants to say Ronda Rousey is going to win by DQ, which spares Liv Morgan the win. But you can't do that. You can't do that to Liv Morgan. The crowd's behind her. Don't shatter her dream that fast. Come on, come on, Triple H. Put the shovel away. My heart's in it. I'm gonna say Liv Morgan by hook, crook, or whatever. Liv Morgan gets the win. I don't know. Natalya comes out and hits Ronda Rousey with brass knucks while the rest not paying attention. Liv Morgan retains. That's my pick.
All righty. Ooh. All right. And the one-man band, you're next. Who do you have?
With Liv Morgan having had such a journey to get to the title and finally winning it, when we've all said that arguably she should have won it last year. I just don't see them pulling the rug out of her so quickly. Even though it's Ronda Rousey, I understand, but we've already seen Ronda Rousey a few times as champ. So I think it's only fair. Have Liv Morgan win and progress the story a little bit more with her. Maybe pull the trigger with Rousey eventually again, but not right now. So Liv Morgan gets the victory.
All right, Liv Morgan. All right, my turn to go on this one. And, I read recently that in an interview, no, actually I saw a video. It was a video about Liv Morgan was mentioning how it's great that she's glad that she won and that there was an opportunity for how is it? She is the first champion that has not been part of the what is it? The four horsewomen is a champion, and Ronda Rousey. So it's like the first time somebody outside of that circle has won.
Whoa! Hold on a second. What? That's not true. Alexa Bliss.
Oh yeah, that's true.
For how long?
Alexa Bliss held the title back in 2018.
I know, but I guess you're saying the last few years.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess that's
in the last few years. So I guess she's like, it's an opportunity for other people on the roster to shine, and that it's good that this happens, and that she's ready. She's willing to defend her championship and give other people a chance, and that she hopes that that WWE sees that and can continue that, or do something like that, or work something like that. So yeah, this is an opportunity for that to shine. So, and instead of having a matchup, I think where Ronda Rousey comes in and just defeats and walks out and wins or whatever, I think there's a good chance for Ronda Rousey to turn heel, and you can work that heat. You can work that angle for her, since people sometimes already boo her already. So, yeah, I think in this case, it's going to be a short reign for Liv Morgan, because the winner will be... No, I'm just kidding. Liv Morgan.
Jeez.
It's going to be Liv Morgan.
Damn, man, you had me going. You had me going there for a second. I feel like... all right, I'm going to say it. I feel like we're all going with kid gloves in this match. Because nobody wants to say the obvious. I hate to say it. Like, I said Liv Morgan, but I really thought everybody would jump on me and be like, yeah, you're wrong. Ronda Rousey squashes her. Like, oh, man. This might be one of those matches where we're all wrong except for a certain someone. But here we go. Here are the picks. Main Event Jeff says Liv Morgan. Big Al says Liv Morgan. Jfew says Liv Morgan. The Randomizer
What?
Says Ronda Rousey.
The heck? I'm ready to get the pot.
And Bogy says, Liv Morgan. We have a 7-1 split, and surprisingly,
Lord,
Liv Morgan has the edge in the consensus. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I really am rooting for Liv Morgan to win. Clean, I don't see it, but who knows what story they're going to tell. Anything's possible.
Yeah, I think that Natalia or something will pop up or something like that.
I mean, that's what I'm leaning towards, because somebody has to get involved. Who knows? Maybe Charlotte Flair comes back.
Oh, but then we start up that rivalry again. All right, anyway, let's go to the next matchup here. The Usos versus... That's Jimmy and Jey Uso versus the Street Profits, Angelo, Dawkins, and Montez Ford in a tag team match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. Jeff Jarrett will serve as special guest referee in this one. The one-man band, you're first. Who do you have?
oh boy. Well, with Jeff Jarrett being the caveat, being the special guest referee, Usos have held the title for the tag titles for quite a while now. If I'm not mistaken, they've held it almost all year.
Yeah, they've had it. Yeah, they had it.
Yeah, almost all year.
Well, it depends on which titles you're talking about.
Right, yeah, it's true, because I know they ended up unifying them. That's right. So this is for the unified titles, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
yet they keep on carrying two around.
Yeah, go figure.
Airport security must be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's got to be.
That's my Raw. That's my Raw championship. That's my SmackDown.
Yeah, true. So, you know what? I'm going to go bold. I'm going to say the Street Profits are going to win. There's going to be some chicanery or shenanigans that are going to get involved. And I have a feeling that it's going to work in the Street Profits' favor. Like, some interference is going to get ran for the Usos, and then it's going to backfire on them, and then it's going to cause the Street Profits to win. So I'm going to go with Street Profits getting the win and becoming the new champs.
Oh, alrighty. All right, my turn to pick. Street Profits for the one-man band. All right, my turn to pick on this one. And damn, this is a tough one, too. Because I missed to see on what side Jeff Jarrett's on as a special guest referee. Like, what's the angle on this one? Do you guys know, by any chance?
I don't, honestly.
Or was really? So the reason was, if you remember in the last pay-per-view, the ref missed... I think it was Dawkins' shoulder.
Yes, the
being
shoulder.
Up because of the angle that they did the count.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the angle they're going with. As far as why they picked Jeff Jarrett of all people,
right?
I think it's really just to advertise Flair's last match, because that's who Flair's fighting the following night in the tag match. So he's feuding with
at Starrcade.
Flair. Yeah, basically.
All right. Damn, I think this is
good. I think that's what it's why.
Now you're making me think that something's going to happen. Now you make me think like the one-man band. But just to advertise the other match or something like because since the one-man band one time did introduce us into our prediction universe, the DQ or no, is it the no
contest, the no winner,
no winner matchup. Oh man, this is a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna go with something crazy has to happen here. So wait a minute. So if one gets disqualified, the other wins, right? But the championship. Will it be a
championships? Don't change hands on a DQ.
True.
Also, come on, it's a pay-per-view, Lou. You're gonna end on a DQ.
It'll just build up to more storyline. That's all I see it as. No, you know what? I'm going with the Usos. Usos will win this one. Will retain. That's my pick. Ric-Hard, you're next. Who do you have?
So I saw glimpses of the Raw before this, and I know they did a thing backstage where Jeff Jarrett was standing between them, and he said basically anybody that questions my authority will learn how much of a mistake that is, all that stuff. They all kind of like, calmed down while he was there because of that, but I think we're gonna see glimpses of the old Jeff Jarrett here. I'm talking the early days of Impact Jeff Jarrett. So the match is gonna be happening, and Jeff Jarrett's just gonna mid count just stop counting a pinfall and go, "It's my world." He's gonna give like 5 guitar shots. He's gonna be in the ring. He's gonna be in the ring hitting everybody with acoustic guitars.
Definitely is gonna be a guitar shot in there somewhere.
For some reason, he'll pin somebody, count the pinfall for himself, and name himself.
And then bring it over to the Ric Flair match.
He'll have all 4 titles, just like he did in Impact at one point.
Oh my God!
There was a point in Impact where he had like 3 championships, I think, because he was the owner.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I do remember that.
Backstage, I'm the Unified Tag Team Champion.
What a dick.
No, in all seriousness. Here's what I would think will really happen. So the Usos and Roman Reigns are probably gonna corner him backstage, and they're gonna do a thing where Reigns like confronts him and tells him, "You're gonna call this match square, and my cousins will win. Is that understood?" And Jeff Jarrett's gonna be like, he's not gonna say anything, and then he'll be like, and then Reigns will go like, "I'll take that as a yes," and he'll walk away. And then, for whatever reason, the Universal title match is gonna happen before the tag team match, and Jeff Jarrett's gonna come out with guitars.
Oh man!
I'm kidding, guys. Jeff Jarrett's in there to make it so that the Street Profits get the win, and the Usos could still be like, "Hey, we were screwed out by the ref," or whatever. Yeah. Jeff Jarrett's probably going to get attacked by the Usos after the match, and then you're going to see the newly formed tag team of. So you'll probably see AJ Styles come out to make the save because former Impact guy, and then 2-on-1 doesn't favor him, so Dolph Ziggler comes out to also help him out, and they have a feud with the Usos afterwards. That's my prediction. So Street Profits, new tag champs. The Usos have a rivalry to form immediately after this, so that they don't have to do a rematch city here. That's what I'm predicting. Street Profits, new champs.
Ooh, alrighty. Street Profits. All right. What does everyone else have?
We've got main event Jeff saying, Usos.
Mm-hmm.
We the ones. So Lou, you're in good company there.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Big Al saying the Usos with the win.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Jfew saying the Usos with the win. It's not looking good for me and one-man band here.
Mm.
And then we've got the Randomizer and Bogy saying Street Profits, which means we have a 50-50 split.
Oh,
4v4. 4v4. Anybody's game.
Mm.
Alrighty. Wow. All right, let's go to the next matchup. The next matchup is going to be Bobby Lashley. Sorry, hold on. A woman man, you say this, right?
Bobby Lashley.
There we go. Versus Theory in a singles match for the WWE United States Championship. I go first in this one, and I think it'll be a busy night for Theory, but I don't think the way that he wanted to go. So I'm going to make this nice and easy for all of you guys. It's going to be Bobby Lashley. I can't say it right, so I'm going to say it just
Bobby Lashley
will win this one, and that's my prediction. He will retain. And Ric-Hard, you're next. Who do you have?
Look, Lou, I don't mean to. Yeah, I took a while on that last prediction, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Austin Theory is going to lose. Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley retains. That's my pick.
Alrighty. And the one-man band, who do you have?
All right, so my theory is that...
That's what you're doing.
My theory is the theory is not carrying any gold from this match. Yeah, so Bobby Lashley retains, Bobby Lashley retains and keeps the momentum going on that side. But I have a feeling Theory could potentially have a big night.
All right. There we go. And what does everyone else have?
Planting the seeds there, I see. All right.
Maybe.
So, here we go. Main event Jeff says Bobby Lashley for the win. Then you've got Big Al, who we secretly believe and still suspect might be Austin Theory in disguise.
Yes, he is.
Big Al says that Theory will get the win.
Insider trading.
And funny enough, Jfew also says Theory gets the win.
Ooh.
Wow.
And it gets even stranger. The randomizer says Theory is going to win.
So are they predicting Theory's going to be like the Miz of 2010, carrying the Money in the Bank briefcase and the U.S. title and the tag titles?
Yeah, there was a point where Miz carried all of those. Yeah.
And I remember that.
I remember.
I do remember that.
Show Miz.
And Bogy?
Show Miz. I remember that.
And what the Bogy?
And yeah, here we go, Bogy. Because it is 4-3. Bogy is going to make it 5-3. Bobby Lashley. There we go.
All right. Wow.
What a split. Yeah, that's a big split.
All right. There we go. Next matchup we have is Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin in a singles match. And Ric-Hard, you go first. Who do you have?
Go first. Okay. I'm gonna remind everybody about NXT Black and Gold, where Pat McAfee actually had a rivalry.
Oh yes.
With the star known as Adam Cole. And
yes.
If you recall, Pat McAfee at the time was not an announcer. He was merely a celebrity that was brought in. And he put Adam Cole over in a hard-fought match. And then he was in a match at War Games where he also lost. His team lost to Undisputed Era. So McAfee's no stranger to taking the loss. He got a win. He got his win at Mania. Versus Austin Theory. And then immediately lost to Vince McMahon. Who would have thought McAfee would be the last person to fight Vince McMahon before he retired?
No kidding. Wow.
And who would have thought Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin would both wrestle their last match at a WrestleMania in 2022?
For real, wow. Who would have thought?
But
the intern.
As far as this match goes, I do feel Triple H is I mentioned it before. I do feel Triple H is the type to have celebrities lose, to do it for the betterment of the star, of the wrestler, and I think he's going to go 50-50 here. He gave Logan Paul the win early against Miz, mostly because he probably doesn't like Miz that much secretly. And I'm going to go, this is crazy, I'm going to say Happy Corbin gets the win. And he drops the happy gimmick and becomes Baron Corbin again. Please become Baron Corbin again. Happy Corbin, that is my pick. Crazy enough.
All right, the one-man band, you're next. Who do you have?
Yeah, I was thinking about this one for a while as well. And I was kind of like, Pat McAfee hasn't really had a win. But then again, Happy Corbin has kind of been wallowing in this happy defeat for a while. And I feel like Pat McAfee, honestly, I feel like doesn't have anything to gain by winning. Regardless what happens. he's still an amazing announcer.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to the announce desk.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to the announce desk. He's gonna pull a JBL and just do his thing. But he's entertaining. He's one of the best things that's happening in WWE right now by far. Him and Michael Cole together, absolutely great. With that being said, though, yeah, I feel that Happy Corbin should get the win. And I'm going to lock that in. It's going to be Happy Corbin. He's going to get his happy win and be on his happy way.
All righty. Happy Corbin.
All right. Look at me. I'm winning hearts and minds here.
All right. In this one, I think it's time for to avenge that loss for Pat McAfee and get a victory. Who better than jobber number one there, who's been used so many times as a jobber, Happy Corbin. But I was talking to the guy on the internet, and he was telling me these few stories, how Corbin, after he's done with wrestling, wants to be on a cooking show. He loves cooking. I don't know what that does here. I don't know what that means for this matchup. Just useless information.
He's going to cook up a win. No, you know what's going to happen? He's going to be on a TV show, and he's going to be steering a pot, and then he's going to be like, today we're making spaghetti, and then you're just going to see Dwayne Johnson come in. He's going to do the sniff.
Do you smell it?
And he's going to say, The Rock smells what you're cooking.
So yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with this one. Hate doing this stuff, but yeah, Pat McAfee wins this one. That's my prediction.
I knew it. I knew you weren't going to go with it.
There you go. That's my prediction. Pat McAfee wins. What does everyone else have?
Ooh. All right, here goes. Main event Jeff says Pat McAfee.
Oh.
Big Al says Pat McAfee. Jfew says Pat McAfee. The randomizer says Pat McAfee, and Bogy says Pat McAfee. We are in the minority here, OMB. It is 2-6.
Whew.
Those are steep odds.
Oh boy.
Alrighty, all right, and now let's go to the main event. The main event is going to be Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman versus Brock Lesnar in a last man standing match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The one-man band, you go first. Who do you have?
Oh, my God. Okay. So it's Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Okay. Brock Lesnar hasn't shown up since WrestleMania.
Oh, he showed up on various shows.
Well, yeah, but actually competing,
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I have this feeling that Roman's gonna retain. It's gonna be a very, very hot fought battle. Roman's gonna retain, and I think a cash-in's gonna happen.
Whoa.
Yeah, and the reason why I say I think a cash-in is gonna happen is because if you remember earlier this week, Roman Reigns sent a line to Theory, and the line said, "Your daddy ain't here no more." Yeah, your daddy ain't here no more. And I have a feeling that Theory might have taken that personal. And I think that this is a way for Theory to either solidify himself and become the champ, or, does the cash-in and basically, and it would be him turning face. But I don't know. I do think a cash-in's going to happen because historically, yeah. What happened?
No, okay.
Okay, so I do think historically a cash-in's going to happen. Now, I don't know if, now if I say there's going to be a cash-in, do I have to predict if he's going to win or not?
Well, no one else made this prediction. So this is extra. That
no
okay.
Extra.
Okay.
We used to do a bonus point.
Cool. All right, that's perfect. All right, I'm going to say there's a cash-in. Now, that'll be that.
She said Roman Reigns wins?
Yeah, Roman Reigns wins.
Okay, and then there's a cash-in, and what happens? So Theory wins then?
There's no points on the line, so...
Yeah. I'm going to say no.
Oh.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he doesn't win. I'm gonna say he cashes in and it doesn't pan out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now my turn to predict. And I do agree with you on this one. Roman Reigns will retain. I do feel that's going to happen. Only for the reason that Brock Lesnar's a part-time, and I know they've had him as champion as part-time, but please do not pull this off. Please do not do this. And now, as for the cash-in, now again, this is extra. This doesn't count for points-wise. It's just whatever happens here. I think he'll try to cash in, but he won't make it because the Usos will come out and defend Roman Reigns and stop it or something. That's what I think will happen with that. If Theory cashes in, but I'm gonna say he does try to cash in. So I'll say cash in but not get the championship. All right, Ric-Hard, you're next. Who do you have?
Just to confirm, Roman Reigns wins. Is your pick?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Here we go. I'm gonna do something crazy here, and this is harkening back to a reference that I never thought I'd make. But here we go. I'm gonna predict it's a last man standing match. Last man standing matches are notorious for. Okay, let me set the stage here. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. This will probably be, if I'm not mistaken, this is the 6th time they're fighting 1v1. You had WrestleMania 31. You had WrestleMania, what was it, 34? WrestleMania 31, WrestleMania 34, the SummerSlam, the Saudi show, this past WrestleMania, and now, this will be the 6th time that these two fight.
Wow.
In last man standing match. These are normally not the matches that where rivalries go to die. For whatever reason, there's that rumor going around that Brock said if Vince is gone, then so am I. On SmackDown. It's very tempting for me to say Reigns wins, but there's a part of me that feels they're going to want to keep the mystique of... Reigns has already got his wins back, essentially. So to set the stage, 5 matches before, Lesnar, no winner was determined the first time. Seth Rollins did the cash in, made it a triple threat. Nobody ever got to get the win there. So that match ended in a draw. The following match, the cage match, ended with Lesnar winning on a technicality. Lesnar won at WrestleMania 34, so Lesnar has 2 wins. Then Reigns won at SummerSlam in 2018. And he also got the win at WrestleMania earlier this year. So it's 2, and then one tie. And I can't help but notice that Seth Rollins' match, and I'm shouting out to Jeff on this one because he's the one that pointed this out. Seth Rollins' match with Riddle was surprisingly pulled from the card last minute. And he's got no dance partner for the event. It's a last man standing match. And Seth used to be he used to be one of Triple H's handpicked guys to be the man. What better way to ring in the new regime, right? But no, there's so many factors and variables at play here. It's a last man standing match. I'm gonna go with the boldest pick I've got all night. Neither one will win.
Oh,
it's gonna be.
He pulled me.
It's gonna be a draw. I think it's gonna be a draw. Both of them won't be able to answer the count of 10. You're gonna see the Usos get involved. Probably. I mean, there's no DQ. We've seen the Usos get involved hundreds of times already. Why wouldn't they? You see a draw happen. We probably see some color in this match, by which I mean you see blood. Somebody's going to get busted open. Maybe they both bust each other open. Who knows? And sure enough, both of them are going to be laid out. They will have wreaked havoc throughout the entirety of the ring, and you're going to hear Austin Theory run down the ramp, and they're going to announce that he's going to cash in. And right before the bell rings, Jeff Jarrett will come out and guitar shot Theory in the head.
Oh, wow.
Now, for whatever reason, someone's going to interrupt Theory's cash-in. I feel like they're going to end on a draw, tease the cash-in. Cash-in will not happen. I'm leaning with Lou on this one. Only because it's going to be weird seeing, I mean, what title does he cash in on, you know? Either way, I'm saying it's going to be a draw. No one will win. And this will probably be the last match we see Lesnar in for a while until they smooth things over with him. So with it being a draw, they'll be able to, you know, and somebody takes the title from Reigns afterwards. I think Lesnar will not be in anybody's mind after SummerSlam.
Wow.
Draw.
Wow.
That's my pick.
Wow.
Neither man will answer the count of 10.
Alrighty. Yeah, interesting now. All right, and what does everyone else have?
Main event just says Roman Reigns.
Oh.
Big Al says Roman Reigns.
Whoa.
Jfew says Roman Reigns. The Randomizer says Brock Lesnar.
What?
Oh.
And Bogy says Roman Reigns. We have a 6-1 split in a match where only 2 outcomes were possible.
This is going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting.
Yep.
Now you made it fun to watch.
Damn. Yeah.
Oh, no. Wow.
It is going to be... This could go either way.
2 points on the line. 2 points. I love it.
2 points on the line, and I went bold on
I like it.
Come on, draw.
Let's see what happens. Man, if you get that, I'm going to be like, you're welcome, because I'm the one that introduced this.
Yeah, but you introduced it. You introduced it on a singles match. I'm introducing it on a match that actually has historically ended in draws.
Hold on.
I know, but...
I know, no, yeah. I'm doing a shout out to
I
you,
ordered more paint. Draw.
Forget paint. You're gonna have to do crop circles for that
The boldness of this pick. Alrighty, there we are, folks. Those are our predictions for WWE SummerSlam 2022. Who will get those 2 points? Let's find out.
It's anybody's game.
It is.